on today's episode of Tom vs. Tape. It was back in January and February that I ordered all of this stuff, so I've actually kind of forgot what's inside most of it. It has made it a little bit risky because I haven't checked any of the conditions of anything as it's arrived. I've just kind of accepted everything and taken the risk on myself. But to hell with it, I thought I'd make a good video for you guys. You're gonna get my live reaction, finding out what's inside these boxes, because I honestly cannot remember. They are full of video games from all different generations, all kinds of consoles. So I do know that, but I can't remember what titles we've got. But some of these things are going to be going into my collection, whereas other ones I'm going to be looking to flip on eBay. Hopefully it should cover the cost of the things I decide to keep and make some sweet tiny profit for us on top. We've got to save the big boys till last, that's definitely for sure. Maybe I'll go for this one. But before we get into any of those boxes, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe. We're so close to hitting 100 subscribers. At the time of filming this, we're on 94, so if you can help us reach that goal, that'd be awesome. Let's get into the boxes. Let's get into it. Feel like a kid at Christmas. All right. Jesus. On today's episode of Tom vs. Tape. I'm trying to save the packaging so I can reuse it myself. Easy way to save money on your shipping supplies. And what do we have here? I believe it is some PlayStation 2 titles. First up, Crazy Taxi on the PlayStation 2. So we check everything's in order. Oh yeah, here we go. Claim, promo, manual. Let's check the quality of this disc, shall we? Oh yeah, looking good. It's a nice blue bottom to it as well. Happy with that? I think I paid £5 for 3 games and then paid for shipping. So it does work out from like 5 to 10 quid somewhere. But first up, Crazy Taxi. What do we have next? What do we have next? Beach Volleyball Summer Heat on the PS2. No manual included with this one, just the disc. Check the condition. Oh God, that looks awful. Yeah, looks like it's been to hell and back. Not sure that one's gonna play, but this is the risk when you order stuff on Facebook Marketplace. We'll make a couple of piles, the ones that look clean, the ones that are messed up. But beach volleyball, last but not least, SpongeBob. No, it's not SpongeBob, it's Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. Featuring SpongeBob, all the Nickelodeon characters, and they've been transformed into robots. That actually looks awesome. This game actually looks sick. I'm gonna be playing that myself. Manual included. Check the quality of the disc. Could do with a clean, but it's not too bad actually. As I said before, I think we got all 3 games here for around £5 plus shipping. I think I paid £3.50 shipping. I believe I remember looking up this one and it was actually quite profitable as a PS2 game. I think it was somewhere around the £15 to £20 mark. But again, that does include the manual and a really clean disc, whereas this one is pretty messed up. These other 2 titles don't hold too much value, but they should be fun ones to replay. Crazy Taxi, you can hop in and out, get a few missions done here and there. It's good fun to play with friends. And then Attack of the Toy Bots just looked like a really nostalgic title to play and a fun one to pick up. First parcel down, 6 to go. On to the next! This one. Can't remember what's inside here. Let's get into it, shall we? Sorry if the audio absolutely sucks for you at home. Oh, that's some extra bubble wrap. Wow. Oh, these are PS1 games. Ho, ho, ho. Let's see what we've got. I do have a PS1. I haven't set it up yet because I've been playing the PS2. Tesco Massive. If you're out there, you know. I don't work at Tesco anymore, by the way. First up. This is so nostalgic. This was one of my favorite games as a kid. I never had it on the PS1. I played it on the N64. But we have Donald Duck Quack Attack on the PS1. Case actually looks pretty decent. I mean, there was a sticker on there that someone's tried to scrub out. Why can't I open it? What have I done here? Aha! That's where it's broken. There we go. Ooh! We could win £250 off Champion Sportswear. I wonder if you can still redeem that. When's this from? 2002, manual included. Absolutely love to see it. And the disc looks pretty decent as well, you know. Oh yeah, this one's definitely going in my collection. Second game up, Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Again, really nice condition on this case, to be honest. Sometimes you get the cases with just cracks right down the middle, or this PlayStation black piece completely snapped off. We've got the original artwork, we've got the manual included. Couple of scratches on there, to be honest, but nothing too deep. Again, I'm sorry if you can't see this and I'm not doing it justice. We'll learn the lessons from this unboxing video and we'll employ them in the next one. I think I paid £3 to £5 for each of these games. It was either 10 or 15 pounds when I bought them. I did get 3. Everything I did purchase though, I should be in the profit on. I did all my research beforehand, so I made sure that anything I was buying was going to be worth more than what I paid for it if I do want to resell it. I pretty much like that with anything. Even if I want to add it into my collection, I make sure that I buy it for way less than what it actually goes for, so that if I ever want to let go of it, I can still make myself some hefty profits. But you do get that thing where if you have a good weekend of sales, you treat yourself here and there. I'm not afraid to spend money on something if I really want it, but I rarely let myself get into that spot. That one's Atlantis. Disney's Treasure Planet. Again, actually, a beautiful condition, no cracks, a couple little like scratches and stuff there, but really happy with how these have turned out. Manual included. Absolutely love to see this. A lot of these games, the manual just gets thrown away because there's no slot for it. In a lot of the modern games now, there's a little clip and the manual slots in it, whereas in here, you just sort of have to throw it in, hope for the best. 3 PS1 games, 3 hits of nostalgia. Absolutely love to pick them up. I think I paid £5 for each, so let's say 15 for all 3, plus a little bit of postage, maybe £20 all in. I think each of these titles go for between £10 to £20, all depending on the condition, whether manual's included, and what the discs look like. All 3 of these look pretty damn good, so if I ever want to sell them, I should be in good money. A little tip for you though, if you're ever selling games and you're not sure about the condition, just mention any little flaws that you personally think stand out. For example, in this Treasure Planet, as I was saying, looks very good condition. I'm comparing that to things that look awful and are completely cracked up. But if there was a collector out there looking to add this to their collection and you describe this as mint, they're not going to be happy. I'd take pictures of these little marks, make sure you highlight any little flaws, any little things like this. Even though it's not going to impact the actual game's playability, someone might already have a perfect disc and they just want a new case or a new artwork. So if that's not in good condition, make sure you highlight it. On with the next parcel. We need to employ our trusty box cutter. I think. The box joined down the middle. Is this a shoe box or something? Right, let's get into it, shall we? First up, siphon filter. Now, I think when I looked these up, I got really confused because it's a completely different story if you're in the English market to the American market. I saw these doing really well in the American market, but in the UK, I think they're only like £5 to £12 maximum if you've got a mint condition one. Obviously, if you've got sealed things that are retro, you're in the money. And if you've got a full collection of these games, because there's multiple titles, then you're also in the money. Unfortunately, there is some cracks in this case. Post today, you could win £10,000. Yeah, looks, yeah. Pretty fair for a PS1 disc. Again, needs a good wipe over. Really like the artwork on this disc as well. Next game. We have Dance Stage Disney Mix. I need to get myself a dance mat if I really want to enjoy this one. I don't currently have one. I think you need a dance mat. Yeah, you need a dance mat, but the characters are Disney, so you're like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, busting moves out. Manual included. There was a guy and he had loads of different games and he was selling for like £2 or £3 each. And there was a Disney dancing game that I looked up and it's a different one to this. I think it's like the International Disney game. Don't quote me on that, but there's a different one and it's worth a lot more money. I think I paid £3 for this and it's only worth like £3 to £5. But I thought it was the one that was worth like £50. But we live and learn, £3, not too much to spend for a little lesson. Let's get into this one, shall we? What do we think's in here? I know I ordered. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one came from Wales. Lots of lovely bubble wrap. See, I'm actually quite happy with the packaging on these. Like some of them, we've all seen those Vinted parcels where it comes in a shopping bag with some tape on it. But I mean, Facebook Marketplace, look at that, look at that. Bubble wrap, taped it up, it's got them in a bag. I mean, granted, there are some bits that are missing bubble wrap and could easily crack if it fell on that part, but overall, good job. Tom, stop waffling. Get to the games already. All right. PSP, we have. First up, we have Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories on the PSP. Absolutely love this game. Poster included. That's going to be going up on the wall. Let me in. Oh yeah. Sick little map, sweet poster on the back. Comes with the manual and it looks like a little newspaper. That's so funny. Liberty City ranked worst place in America again. I'm not really sure how you check like the quality of a PSP game. Sometimes they get a bit scratched on the back, I suppose. But the disc looks generally alright on there. Might just give it a little wipe over if I can. I've been trying to piece back together a PSP that we've had. It was missing a battery. I bought a big bundle, it had batteries in it. I'm not sure if it's the right ones that work for it because I don't have a charger. So I need to get a charger so I can then charge the battery to then test the PSP so that we can play some of these sweet ass games. GTA, Killzone Liberation, manual included. Map is in the back of the game case. Quality, not too bad, looks decent. ATV Off-Road Fury Pro. This was the first game I ever picked up on the PS2. I think it was ATV Off-Road Fury 2. It might have been the first one. It was the one where you couldn't do a backflip because it would make you fall off for like losing balance. They brought out one later where you could do backflips, basically just like from the floor. Like, does anyone remember that? But ATV Off-Road Fury Pro on the PSP. Condition looks pretty damn sweet. Manual included, no poster. There is a little crack in the actual case of the UMD holder there. Bit of a shame. Not sure how that affects it when you try and play through, because obviously it's reading the back of the disc. This one, I'm really excited about. It feels super light, so I'm hoping it's actually in there, otherwise I'm gonna be mad. Daxter on the PSP. I had Jak and Daxter on the PS2 when I was a kid. Well, I didn't, my brother had it and I played it at his house. Absolutely loved that game. I remember running around searching for all the eggs and things and just, yeah, awesome game. Too hard for me at the time, I didn't understand what I was doing. It was just great fun. No manual, no artwork, no bonus poster or anything. But we do have the game. Looks to be in fairly good condition, to be honest. If it loads up, I'll be happy to give it a try. See if it's the same fun that I had as a kid. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? They're going in a good stack. Good stack. I mean, I don't remember buying films as well, but I've got some movies. Quickfire movies. 28 Days Later. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Kung Fu Hustle. Awesome film. Spider-Man 2. And the last 4 games. Aha! I was never a FIFA guy. I always played PES. It was just the one that was bought for me. It's just the way it was. What side were you on? FIFA? PES. I think this is a dancing game. Nope, completely wrong. Puzzle game. Lumines 2. Looks in really good condition, to be fair. Yeah, looks decent. Manual included. Not sure of the prices on any of these, to be honest with you. I'll have to look that all up afterwards. Worms Open Warfare on the PSP. Manual included. No cracks in the case. Looks good. Oh, what a classic game. Virtua Tennis. Virtua Tennis 4, but it's Virtua Tennis World Tour. Decent condition on this one too. Not too bad at all. So in that stack, what did we get? We got four movies, 8 games. I think I paid maybe £20 in total for all of these. Again, I want to emphasize, at the time when I was purchasing a lot of these things, it was late at night. They were bad decisions. It was impulse buys. It wasn't really strategically thought through. I was just like, games, people have games for sale. Buy, I have money. Buy, purchase, go. Folded a shoebox. We have Wii games. If you could have any Wii game, what Wii game would you like? Wii Party still holds some value. It's around a £15 to £20 game. Doesn't look in too bad a condition or anything. I mean, there's a little bit of a scuff on it here. Manual included. Let's check the disc just to make sure it's not scratched to hell. And Welcome to hell. Absolutely awful condition. Looks like someone was dragging it across a field. Who knows, maybe someone just got married and they were dragging it along the back of their car. Not the best condition. This game was so surprising to me. Kororinpa. It's a ball rolling maze game. You can go to Candyland, Daytown in the park, Toyland, a night town. But it looks like you control the platform that the balls would be rolling on with the Wii remote, and you tilt it around to try and get them all into the goal. Free gift with this game, apparently. Let's see what's inside. Oh, the disc looks awesome. Look at that. The manual looks really cute too. There's no posters. I don't see a free gift. Disc looks decent. I mean, just some general fingerprints, but you can wipe that stuff off. But I think I paid around 15 to 20 quid for this entire Wii bundle. I think this game is actually worth around £17 on its own. Wii Party, Corninarnipia, Tomb Raider, Underworld on the Wii. I don't think it's too desirable of a title, but I think my logic behind picking this up was people have heard of Tomb Raider. If anything's gonna sell, I thought Tomb Raider has a bit of an appeal. People like adding it to their collections. And I don't know, I thought it would be fun, you know, like if you're shooting around with your gun and things. I guess that's how it works. Oh yeah, you can like do puzzles. Looks quality. I liking these colored discs too. Nice green disc, Tomb Raider Underworld. Manual included. Quality, no large scratches or anything, but plenty of dust to wipe off. It's only around £4, but sometimes you need to add in the shovelware in order to get the good deals on some of the bigger items. This game alone should pay for basically what I spent on the bundle. Next up we have WarioWare Smooth Moves. Disc looks alright, no large scratches, some minor fingerprints. I think that's basically the general story with most of these, to be honest. There's no major damage, but just needs a clean over, it should be working. DreamWorks Superstar Karts. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but this isn't gonna make me a millionaire. But it looks like a bunch of fun. It features Marty, Alex, Shrek, Donkey, Hiccup. I mean, it's a nice little crossover of DreamWorks characters. Quality of the disc is pretty shoddy, to be honest. There's some scratches on there. My beautiful assistant has just checked, and it's worth about £5 to £10. I mean, they all need cleaning, but they're bad. Very interestingly packaged. Looks like we're trying to grow some cress. But this would be awful. Imagine if the water got into this and it had like soaked up all of the liquid. Then all of that liquid is around the thing inside rather than like pad it out with cling film so that it would take the liquid away from the item. I mean, some serious logic. You know, it's syrup. Mario Golf on Game Boy Color. I had like a whole nostalgia wave for wanting to replay the Game Boy. I'm still looking to get like a backlit modded Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Color. I want the crystal clear purple. So if you know anyone that's good at modding, tag them in the comments down below or shoot me a message and let me know. I mean, if you haven't guessed by now, they're all Game Boy games. We have Game Boy Color Touring Car Championship 1998. Love to see it. Now, I was actually fairly surprised on this one as well. I think it was one of those like weird games where you think it's like really common and it's not going to be worth anything, but it actually had some like, it had a little bit of value behind it. I think it was only like £12 to £15, so it's not going to make you a millionaire. But I don't know, I thought this would only been like a few quid. TOCA Touring Car Championship. Then the third and final game of this package. Now, I'm sorry if this has gone on a bit long for you. I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, be sure to smash the like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already. 60% of people who watch this channel aren't subscribed. So if you're enjoying it, tap the button, hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified every time I drop a video. The third and final game. Oh yeah, I picked this up for some nostalgia. I don't think I've actually played it, but it just feels really nostalgic. M&M's Mini Madness. Like I was saying before, I did my research to make sure that everything was sort of worthwhile picking up if I did want to sell it. Obviously, sometimes you get the odd game in there, like this was like £4, it's nothing too crazy. But M&M's Minis Madness on the Game Boy Color, but we're looking at least 15 to 20 quid on this little game alone. There's some listings out there as high as 35. It was really nice to find some Game Boy Color games to add to the collection. I'm definitely going to be keeping these, playing through them first. If I don't love them, I can easily let them go, and it can help fund what I spent on all of this. I believe there is 50 games, if not more, inside. So that works out around £2 per game. I instantly know I'm in the profit if I want to resell any of these. I'm excited for this guy. I've been holding out on this just for you. So if you're enjoying the video, enjoy it more. We have lots. Oh my goodness. Right. Thank you for packing this so nicely. Thank you. Everything is packed individually. Awesome. Absolutely love it. Driver on the PS1. The case isn't in the best condition. It doesn't feel like there's a manual inside. Condition's not the best on there. I mean, I don't think this is a crazy game of any kind, but looking at a couple quid. We'll keep all of this packing though. Thank you. There is a whole mixture in here, so. Siphon Filter 3. No manual. We have the artwork. The disc, decent condition to be honest. This one looks pretty good. But I think you're looking at around £5 to £10. Fighting Force on the PS1. No manual. Disc looks decent. Well, actually, there's some scratches on there. To be expected, I think. It's a shame though, like I want the manuals. I want to be selling complete games. I thought this was the one with loads of money, but apparently it's not. Walt Disney's The Jungle Book Groove Party. I think it's another dancing game. It kind of looks like a platforming dancing game where you have to sort of do things in rhythm. Feels like the manual is included though. Artwork, manual, disc in decent condition too. Love to see it. WH Smith was charging $16.99 at one point. Maybe we can get something soon. I'm going. WF Warzone on the PS1. I can't remember playing this exactly. I remember seeing it on N64, I believe. Decent. You're selling that one on. Muppet Monster Adventure on the PS1. This is like a £50 game. Absolute score. I don't think it has the manual, which does actually count into the value of the game. So you're probably knocking off around £10 just for not having the manual. The disc is a beautiful green color. Looks like Kermit. Barely been played. I don't think the person knew what they had on some of these. Like, I knew there were some really good items. So if you think I spent £110 all in, one game looking around £30 to £50, pretty soon we'll recover our investment. That's always the debate. Do I keep the expensive stuff and sell the cheap, or do I keep the cheap and sell the expensive? I remember this as a kid, just from the artwork. Grudge Warriors. Really grubby case, to be expected. Disc, decent condition, barely been played. You're like a little RC car, you get weapons, you chase each other around. It was the original Rocket League Battle Royale. I was tempted to break this into multiple videos, but screw it. You guys have been waiting so long for this. I mentioned this way back in my first video. I hope you're enjoying. Firestorm Thunderhawk 2. Yeah, it's only around £3 to £5. It looks like there should be more in here though, but there's only like room for one disc. There's no other like bit to slot something in. A little bit weird. Helicopter flight simulator sort of game. The Land Before Time. Return to the Great Valley. We might have to play this one. It looks pretty cheesy. No manual. Oh, the disc. That is awesome. Decent quality on the back as well. No scratches. There is more than just PS1 games in here. Independence Day, the game on PS1. No manual, disc. Not the best condition. Could be better. Had a £7 price tag on it before. You're looking at around 10, probably 15 if you had the manual and everything was all there. Really happy with how these are packed, to be fair. Men in Black, the game. Again, no manual. I don't think any of these have had manual. Oh no, the Jungle Book had a manual. Decent quality, no scratches. Simpsons Wrestling on the PS1. Ugh. Actually looks quality. I remember playing this at like friends' houses and stuff like that, but never had it. It would be like I get handed the controller once, die within like 30 seconds, and then not really know what I just even experienced. £20 at one point. Simpsons has some decent collectability behind it. I think it's only around like £8 to be honest. If it had the manual and it was in perfect condition, you might be pushing 50. Artwork, no manual. Decent looking disc. I do have to clean off the front more than the back, to be honest. A few more in this box. Place your bets, place your bets, place your bets. The Next Tetris. PS1, no manual. Artwork, interesting looking disc. I thought it would be multicolored. Very scratched up, shame to be honest. Might still play. Could be a bit of fun every now and then if you're having just a bit of downtime. Xena Warrior Princess. Disc looks awesome. Decent quality on the back too. It's been a while since I've ordered these things, so the prices have fluctuated. I was doing this research back in the end of winter where people were still picking up games, they were stuck indoors. It's approaching summer now, so all of this stuff seems to go down in value just a little bit. Heart of Darkness. Now I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before. Am I missing out on some serious nostalgia right here? Multiple discs. Manual included. That's it for the PS1 games in this box. There is a couple more things though. We have Wario Land 4 on the Game Boy Advance. At the time of looking this up, I was around the 20 to 30 pounds mark. Even now in loose condition, we're looking at 40 pounds potentially. Definitely keep your eyes out for this one. Few more to follow suit. WF Road to WrestleMania. Again, in loose condition, and the sticker's not in the best state. Road to WrestleMania X8 for the Game Boy Advance. But that's it for the first box. One box down, last one to go. If you've got this far in the video, you're an absolute legend. We're on to the last box opening now. So let's keep the energy high. Let's drive it through to the end. And I hope you're having a good time going through all this stuff with me. First couple of games I picked out from here are Star Wars Jedi Power Battles on the Game Boy Advance. I think you're looking at like a £5 to £10 game. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've seen listings on eBay anywhere from 15 all the way up to £50 for this one. Then we had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. It's not as crazy as some of the other Pokemon games out there, but it still sells pretty consistently, and I believe you can get around £20 for a loose copy. Mortal Kombat for the Game Boy Advance essentially. I think you're looking at solds for around 15 all the way up to about £30. Again, depends on the condition, depends what someone's willing to pay for it and what the demand is at the time. It just doesn't end. What have we got here? Wolfenstein 3D on the Game Boy Advance. Even just the weight of this feels weird and like has a strange sound. I think it's a fake game. I think someone's custom made this. If you know anything about it, reach out and let me know. Godzilla Domination on the Game Boy Advance. I believe this is a £20 plus title every day of the week. I think that's it for the Game Boy Advance. There might be more. What is this? We have another Game Boy Color game. WF Betrayal on the Game Boy Color. They were clearly into their wrestling. I don't think it's anything too crazy. You're looking at like £4 to £5. We have these. All of these. And I believe these are all memory cards. I'm not sure if you are all interested in that or not. A couple of them are for the Nintendo GameCube, and the other ones are for the PS1 or PS2. But we could be ranging from like £5 to £10 each per card. I mentioned it earlier. Warzone on the N64. Definitely needs some cleaning up, a nice little wipe over. But the stickers in not bad condition. It's nothing crazy of a title, but it's just cool to have it. We had it on PS1, now we've got it on N64. Taking a step back in time with the Time Lord on the NES. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of cracking inside the case at the bottom. It does need cleaning up as well, but the sticker itself is in pretty decent condition, if not a few marks on it. 1985 copy of Time Lord on the Nintendo Entertainment System, anywhere from £10 plus. I'll be sure to highlight any of those issues in my listing on eBay if I don't sell it to someone in the community on Instagram. Another weird one, we have a Game Genie, but you're looking at £15 to £20 easy, even in this condition. I don't currently have the facilities to test this and make sure it works, so I'll make sure to include that when I sell it. Now I was stressing, I was trying to get through all this really quick to make sure that you stick around to the end. But if you're a true fan, you'll be here anyway. Back to some PS1 bangers. Batman of the Future, Return of the Joker. Unfortunately, there is a nice crack in the back of the case. You can always replace the case. The artwork is what it's about. There's no manual, unfortunately. Disc does look pretty cool though. As all of them, needs a wipe down, but pretty decent. Who doesn't love a bit of Batman? I think we're back on the PS1 games now. I honestly can't remember how many there were. The Italian Job for PS1. Decent condition, just need to wipe down. Looking at £5 to £10. Common game, Pool Academy on the PS1. Again, missing the manual and not too great a condition either. Oh, and now the case is falling apart. Brilliant. The Flintstones Bedrock Bowling. Oh, we're gonna have to load this one up and give it a play. I think you're only looking at like 5 to 15 quid, depending on the condition. It's always the case with this kind of stuff, but it's worth more to me in nostalgia. Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Without the manual, you're only looking at 5 to 10, maybe 15 if someone really wants it. We've got the artwork, we've got a decent disc, that's all I can ask for. Rayman on the PS1. It feels really heavy, so I'm guessing the manual is in there. Yep, we have the manual, even though it is absolutely destroyed. The cover's ripped off of the front of there. Still glad to have it. The disc's not too bad either. Now, it's not the best, but we've got complete condition. Should be around £10. The EA Classics look horrible. What have they done to Jurassic Park? We've got Jurassic Park, The Lost World on the PS1. Again, no manual, decent condition. WF Smackdown 2, no manual. I can feel it by the weight. But we've got 2000 by David Braben. I don't know what this is. It looks weird and kind of wonderful. Follow up to the hit classic of the 80s hit Virus. Disc looks pretty cool. Nice bright orange. No manual, as usual. Fair condition. XS airboat racing. I mean, I think it'll be some good fun, but it's not worth anything too much. The case is falling apart and it's just crumbled out on the table in front of me, which is always a good sign. Disc doesn't look too bad. Bust-A-Move Arcade, Bust-A-Move 2 Arcade Edition. No manual, decent condition. Basically the Bubble Blaster game. I love that game. What is this? Starfighter 3000 on the PS1. The future of space combat. Ugh, someone's got some gunk on the disc. Cool looking disc though. Couple of $1.99 stickers in here. Decent condition. Looks like you fly spacecrafts about. I think this is the last PS1 game. So what did we get? Everybody Golf. Everybody's Golf. It kind of looks like Wii. It looks like Wii Sports, but before that was even a thing. Everybody's got £9. Decent condition, only sells for around 3 quid on eBay. I think there is one Xbox game, and I think this is it. Yes, Star Wars Obi-Wan on the original Xbox. I think this is around a £15 game. You could be up to £20 if it was in minty condition, but there's some writing on the barcode, which I've just noticed, so I'm probably only gonna be able to list it for like 5 to maybe 10 quid. Condition's not great, doesn't have a manual. It's all going downhill. And the last stack. Has he saved the best for last? We have SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie on Game Boy Advance, in the box. Box with manual, yes. I forgot that there was boxed Game Boy games. Where do I even put this stuff? Where do I put this? SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants and Friends in Freeze Frame Frenzy on the Game Boy Advance, complete with manual. Yeah, boy. We have The Incredibles on Game Boy Advance. I'm gonna have fun playing through that one. I also picked this up on the GameCube to give a playthrough there as well. I think it's only like a £5 to £10 game. They're nothing too crazy, even in the box with the manual. They're pretty common games, but it's just nice to have. And the final pickup of this entire haul is The Simpsons Road Rage on Game Boy Advance. What a classic game. It's not anything too crazy on the value either. I think you're looking at like 5 to 15 quid at the most. But it does have the game, have the manual. It's going to be good fun cracking into some of these, playing through them. So I thank you all again for joining me in this super long video. If you've enjoyed, be sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What was your favorite game from today's haul? That's me, Tommy Trades. Thank you for joining, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Is here the center?
Yeah. That looks so funny.
Oh, too close.
No, it's fine, it's perfect.
Don't need to say any of that, I don't think. Right. Maybe like this so I can lean them against it. Is there like a thing you can put here to like stop them from falling? Put a game here and it's not gonna slide like that. Right, ready? Oh god. And then Attack of the Toy Bots. I think I remember looking at this. And then Attack of the Toy Bots. I think I remember looking at this. Attack of the Toy...
So you said Nickelodeon.
All the Nickelodeon characters. Siphon! Filter! Looks like it's... £3, live and learn, not too much to pay for us. If it loads up, I'll be happy to. GG Blossom! What else?